Game coverage. Brought to you by Ansira.com.
It was standing room only tonight at Lindhoff Stadium for the big game. Our big game coverage. Number one and undefeated Steel facing off against the 6th-rated Clemens Buffaloes, with the Buffs as the home team tonight for this neighborhood rivalry. The Knights are up 14-7 in the second quarter. Quarterback Xavier Martin has to roll out on the run, puts it up for DJ Gardner, makes a diving catch at the 50-yard line, or 50-yard gain, should say, down to the 10-yard line. Next play, Martin is able to find Anton Cox-Wesley, this time for the 11-yard TD. Steel takes a 21-7 lead at the half. Now in the second half, trouble for the Buffs. Steel's Jaden Jackson and Mark Jackson track down Clemens quarterback Frank Harris. He goes down hard on the left shoulder. He has to lead the game holding that arm. Remember, that's how Tony Romo was injured. The Knights would score again. Bryson Dinley right at the middle for the 26-yard TD to make it 28-7 Steel. The final from Lindhoff, 31-7 Steel remains undefeated. In light of the recent incidents involving not just players and officials, but incidents among players in general in high school football, Judson Independent School District Athletic Director Mike Miller addressing both the Rockets and the Thunderbirds before tonight's Hammer Bowl, reminding them they are all family. This is just a neighborhood rivalry, that's all. The Rockets would blast off first. Sophomore Jay Miller follows his blocking, going to pick up 33 yards before he's brought down. Now he gets to finish his work. Miller takes it in from 5 yards out. The extra point no good. Judson leads Wagner 6-0. The final from the Hammer Bowl still in the fourth. Judson leading 47-27. The New Braunfels Canyon Cougars opening play in District 25 6A tonight, while the Smithson Valley Rangers looking to recover from their first loss of the season to the Steel Knights. First quarter, no score, Ranger Stadium. Smithson Valley quarterback Josh Atkins with the pump fake lets it fly for the 18-yard touchdown pass to Matt Sandoval. The Rangers draw first blood. What was a slugfest in the first half, tied at 1 point at 14-all, but look at the final, 33-14 Smithson Valley. MacArthur Bramer's fans are happy. They came in a nice game in a three-way tie with Reagan and Johnson for the lead in District 26-5A, facing the Churchill Chargers tonight. We're in the second quarter. Mac leading 14-7. The Bramer's running back Dejon Williams goes right up the middle for the 12-yard gain to get down to the 2-yard line. Tyler Vitt will finish the work while keeping it on the option to get around the right side to get Mac the lead at the half, 21-7. Let's go to the big game coverage scoreboard for the first time tonight. Mac with a big win, 35-28. Steel over Clemens, 31-7. How about Churchill? And we just gave you that one. Judson over Wagner, 47-27. And Smithson Valley over New Braunfels Canyon, 33-14. Madison Mavericks have started their season 0-5 for the first time in school history, looking for their first win tonight against the Lee Volunteers, who've opened up the season at 4-1. We're in the first quarter with the Mavs up 7-0. The Volunteers get ready to answer. Lee quarterback Kyle Fuller to Benito Benavides. He breaks a tackle to pick up the 16 yards to get down to the Mavs' 16-yard line. Volunteers running back Brett Lamb will finish the job, going right up the middle for the 16-yard touchdown. Lee would miss the extra point. Madison still leads 7-6. Let's see if the Volunteers pick up the win. They do. 38-26 to go 5-1 now. How about let's head over to District 27 6A now as the Taft Raiders open Zone A play tonight against the Brennan Bears. We had a Bear attack. That's when the Taft fumbles the ball. It's recovered by Emilio Gonzalez for the Bears. A couple of plays later, the Bears turn that mistake into points. Brennan running back Devontae Warren goes off tackle, cuts back to the middle, and goes in untouched. 29-yard touchdown to put the Bears on the board first. The final from Gus. Let's see if it's gone final. It has. Brennan with a big win over Taft, 42-10. Let's stay in District 27 6A, where the Clark Cougars are hosting the Holmes Huskies. It's homecoming for Clark. When we arrive at Ferris Stadium, the Cougars are leading 14-7 before the Huskies bite again. Holmes quarterback Joey Ortiz is able to keep the ball, goes right up the middle for the 3-yard touchdown. At the half, it's tied 14-all. This game would go to overtime, by the way. Clark would score first, and Holmes, the Huskies, would go for 2 on the conversion, but it wouldn't work. The Cougars hang on for the win. 35-34, the Huskies in overtime at Ferris. That is their first win of the season. There's nothing like concession food at high school football games, especially over at Orem Stadium, where it's home to Alamo Heights. The San Marcos Rattlers trying to stay undefeated. District 27 5A to down 35-24 late in the second quarter. The Rattlers line up to attempt the field goal. Just seconds on the clock. It's a fake. The holder, Carl Ahrens, jumps up, puts it up for Julian Applewhite, who's all alone in the end zone. That cut the Mules lead to 35-31 at the half. Let's go back to the big game coverage scoreboard to find on that one. Alamo Heights still playing in the fourth, 63-45. Lee over Madison, 38-26. Elsewhere in week 6, Brennan with the big win over Taft. And how about that final? Clark with their first win of the season had to take overtime to do it, 35-34 over Holmes. We have much more big game coverage, including district play in 28-5A. Our big game coverage road trip to Kerrville and fan cam from Antonian High School tonight. But first, let's listen to the Brackenridge Eagles marching band.